Hi guys, let's talk about public interest litigation. So it means a legal action initiated in a court of law for enforcement of public interest, in which public or class of community have some interest by which their legal rights or liabilities are affected. Era of PIL movement heralded by PN Bhagwati in case of SP Gupta versus Union of India. PIL डील करता है उन केसेस से जहाँ पे कम्युनिटी एट लार्ज का कुछ इंटरेस्ट होता है where their legal rights or liabilities are affected badly. Terms of petition क्या होता है? It can be filed by a person not aggrieved but socially and spiritually motivated. Petition can be filed in High Court or under Article 32 Supreme Court. Then applicability. The decision given by the court is having general application. ठीक है. इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ पीएल क्या है? अगर हम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल इंपॉर्टेंस देखते हैं तो राइट्स एडवोकेसी. PIL enable करता है people to assert their rights and get remedial actions for any wrong done. It democratizes justice. Any citizen or organization who is capable of filing the petition can file it on behalf of those who cannot do, or he doesn't have means to do that. Example: Permanent, Katara, an ordinary citizen brought out the issue of hospitals denying treatment to accident victims to the Supreme Court. Judicial review. It can be used to challenge the decision of the public authorities by judicial review. ठीक है. In Shreya Singhal case, Supreme Court ने struck down किया था arrest made under Section 66A of the IT Act, जो भी content online post किया जाता है. Holding the government accountable. It can be used for enforcing the legal obligations of the executive and the legislature. Rule of law. It helps form the check and balance to correct any executive or legislative wrongdoing. It helps form the check and balance to correct any executive wrongdoing. Focused judicial attention. Litigants can focus and achieve results pertaining to larger public issues. Example: a petition sought to make arrangements in order to rescue and bring the Indian migrants stranding in the GC Gulf countries during COVID. So litigants can focus and achieve results pertaining to larger public issues. Investigative litigation, as it works on the reports of registrar, district magistrate, and the comments of experts, newspapers to establish justice. That's called investigative litigation. Informal justice. Formal justice through conventional means overlook कर देता है social justice को. Thus PIL. Then let's talk about successful PIL cases. Vishaka guidelines. The guideline directed towards employers include a definition of sexual harassment, a list of steps for harassment prevention, and description of complaint procedures. Under trial justice, Hussain Khatun versus State of Bihar. Supreme Court ने order किया to release the 40,000 under trials who had served the maximum period. And treatment to accident victims. In Permanent Katara case, court gave complete freedom to hospitals to attend an emergency case without the worry of police case issues. Custodial violence against women. In Sheila Barsi case, Supreme Court ordered separate police lockups for women convicts in order to shield them from further brutality. Ganga pollution. In MC Mehta case, 1988, Supreme Court ने dash down किया at civic authorities for allowing untreated sewage from Kanpur's tanneries making its way into Ganges. Solitary confinement. In Sumit Batra case, Supreme Court ने emphasized किया the right to be protected from solitary confinement of undertrials. 2G scam case. PIL helped the Supreme Court to scrap 122 2G license which were awarded wrongfully. Indira Sahni case. Court spelled out that such a system should not exceed a tenure of 10 years once a particular section is adequately represented in society. Transgender rights. In Azhar case, court recognized that fundamental rights are applicable to third gender. Shreya Singhal case struck the unconstitutional arrest made under Section 66A of IT Act for posting content on internet. Way forward is complete justice. PIL may affect the rights of persons not before the court, and therefore, in shaping the relief of court, must invariably take into account its impact on those interests. Fixed guidelines. Supreme Court must interfere only in case of violation of fundamental rights related to people who cannot themselves approach the court. Penal action must be taken against those seeking to give frivolous petitions. Utilitarian approach. Court must entertain with priority cases that involve right of multiple person rather than for single person. Compensation. Those making frivolous claims will have to pay compensation to the opposing parties. Curbing private interest. There must be curbs on those petitions seeking personal interest. Example: in UK, the applicant must not have a direct legal or financial interest in dispute brought forth by them. Okay, so let's meet in the next session.